Hi everybody, it's me, Corey T, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to let go of any resistance that you might have to manifesting a relationship, either with a specific person or not with a specific person. And it's such a simple technique that gets you to understand what your resistance actually might be. And it's often very unconscious that we have this resistance. And you see all these videos saying, let go of your resistance, but you're like, how? How do I let go of my resistance? I don't even know what my resistance is. I just want my relationship, right? And so it's not as easy as that, is it? When you don't know what your resistance is. So this process is going to help you to get to know and understand what your resistance actually is. And it's different for everyone. Before I get into this video, I just want to remind you that I have a 20% discount sale on at the moment on my one-to-one coaching. So if you would like to use that, you can use that until the 25th, which I think is like 3 days away now. So use the discount code FLASH20 on my website, and I would love to speak to you and support you in your journey to creating whatever it is that you want, or healing, or growing, or whatever you want to talk about. Okay, so into the video. This is just really short and sweet, okay? I just want you to write down the sentence. I don't want to be with my specific person because... And then I want you to finish the sentence. And you might be like, what? I do want to be with my specific person. But just write down this sentence. I don't want to be with my specific person because... And then write down whatever comes to you. There might be a couple of reasons, or there might only be one. So for me, whenever I did this, my resistance initially was, I don't want to be with my specific person because I'll lose my independence, or because I don't feel safe. And I think it was one of those two things, definitely the independence thing, because I will lose my autonomy. That was one of my big things. And I realised that that was something within me that I had to face and overcome. And I decided to say there and then, okay, wow, I didn't realise that this was such a big thing for me, but now I can see that it is. And so I'm ready to face whatever I need to face in order for me to create the relationship that I do want. So you've got to understand that we've got different parts of us operating. You've got one part of you that is resistant to creating this thing that you want. And it isn't just relationships. It's like anything that we want to create. Money, a specific job, whatever it is. We have parts of us that might be working against us because they're trying to protect us in some way, okay? And then we have another part of us that really does want this thing that we say that we want. We want the relationship, we want the specific person, we want to create a change in our life. But we have to become aware of what those parts of us are that don't feel safe with the thing that we think that we want, so that we can soothe those parts of us, so that we can make those parts of us feel safe, okay? So finish the sentence. I don't want to be with my specific person because... And then tell me, right in the comments below, what is your reason? Why don't you want to be with this specific person? Because from there, when you see what it is, and by the way, don't think too hard about this, just write down the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? When you see what it is, you can start to talk to that part of you and say, hey, I see you. Actually, I understand that. I understand why it might be scary that you might lose your autonomy, or you might feel scared of being in a relationship because you won't be able to be so independent, or whatever it is. I understand that. That makes sense. And you validate that part of you. And then that part of you starts to feel like you can see it, like you can hear it, like you're going to look after it. And you're going to go forward and say, thank you for giving me this information, but we're going to go in this new direction this time. We're still going to go and create the thing that we want. We're still going to go and create this relationship. And don't worry, I'm going to look after you. Don't worry, I see your fear and it makes sense to me, and I'm going to make sure that you do have your autonomy, that you do have space to be on your own. And whatever the fear is, and it might be something like, you know, I don't want to be with my specific person because I'm scared of being hurt. Or I don't want to be with my specific person because I don't want to be left, or something. And the thing is that, you know, if that sort of thing comes up, you can accept the risk, because there's no relationship that you're going to go into where that isn't a risk. Okay, so we have to be able to say, yeah, I see you, that makes sense. That is part of being human. And it is scary, but I'm with you. I'm with you, and I'm never going to leave. So even though this fear is there, and even though that feels so big and scary, we know we've got this, and we're going to be okay no matter what happens. So if you think about it, if you really think about it, think about the most solid couple that you know. Do you think that they are really risk-free? They're not. They have risks in their life just like me and you do, just like the relationship that I'm in or the relationship that anybody is in. And when we can accept that that is part of life, we liberate ourselves and we can go forward despite that uncomfortable feeling, despite the part of us that's going, no, don't do that. That's scary. That's a risk. That could be really painful in the future. But when you start to be able to go, no, I can tolerate that. I can feel that, and I'm going to be okay anyway. Then you start to be able to soothe that part of you that's creating that resistance. This is just a really short and sweet video, and I hope it gives you some clarity and something to think about and something to soothe within yourself. And if you'd like to talk to me about this, if you'd like to uncover more of your resistance, because it might be more than one thing, you know. It might be one thing that's really strong within you, or it might be lots of little things. Who knows? Everybody is different, and it'll be really interesting for you to just have a look at what your resistance is. And really, this process is literally just giving your resistance a platform to be heard and seen so that it can be soothed. And it's very simple, isn't it? You know, and we don't think about it because in the manifesting community, it's all like, live at the end. Think about all the reasons why you do want it. Think about all the reasons why it's going to be okay. But we don't take time to look at what is under the surface that is creating a friction with us about why we don't believe it's possible, why we really are stuck in these old stories. So we can give that part of us a platform now to say, I don't want to be in this relationship because, or I don't believe that this is going to happen because, and then you can see what the answers are to those things. Don't think too hard, just write what comes up and trust that that is right. Whatever comes up is right. You don't even need to write it down, actually. You can think it or you can say it out loud. So let me know how you get on with this, and I'll see you in the next video.